Okay, we are currently recording, and today we're going to be talking about what you need to include in your bibliography. So we're going to look at a couple internet resources, first being bibme.org. So we're going to log into bibme.org and look at several different ways that we can create a bibliography. So we're always going to roll with MLA, Modern Language. And what I love about this is that you can search through journals, through websites, and it'll fill in most of the information for you. For example, we have the American Medical Association. And so most of what we've drawn from includes the principles of medical ethics. So we've been using this download, the Principles of Medical Ethics, the AMA Top 9 as we like to call them. But what becomes problematic is that it's very difficult to cite a PDF. So we have to look at the publishing entity, which would be the American Medical Association. So you would use this website along with its articles. Chapter 1, opinions on patient-physician relationships, consent, privacy, confidentiality, genetics, caring for patients at the end of life. Very good resource as far as many of the topics we have listed. We would cite this website. So it would generate most of the information that we would need. Now you'll notice it did not populate the sponsor, so we would have to put American Medical Association. Then we would create, now in the event that we ask for an annotated bibliography, you would fill in a small abstract. What an abstract is it tells you a short synopsis of the source. It's not analysis, it's simply a summary. So it would create your citation. And then once you add several, you can download to Word. Now I've pulled up one that I already have done. And you'll notice that the first line is not indented. Only the lines afterwards. We've got A, H, M, O. Alphabetical order in your works cited. Now when it comes to parenthetical citations, I've pulled up an old research paper of mine. We'll have our name, class, teacher, date, and then our title, proper MLA formatting. And in these sources here, I've got the last names. Now my teacher required me to put the page number because we were required to pull these out of books, hard copy, printed materials, journals, and the like. Most of our stuff will be online, so all you will have to do would be parenthetical citations with the author. You'll notice there's not a large amount of citations because what we're looking for in the paper is your assertions. Now, in order to have your assertions, you have to have them backed up by sources, but we want your argument to drive the paper. So when it comes to works cited, this is where we will look. Notice we've got titles here, and then here we have the author. The reason we have titles here is because we don't have an author for these particular articles. And when it comes to medical articles, chances are many of them won't have one specified author. Chances are that they'll probably have either a publication from the organization's standpoint or as the organization. This is our official position. If you don't find an author, you just go down to the next title, publisher. And all of this is going to be found on the Purdue Owl. If you don't have the author, you go to title. If you don't have the title, you go to container. If you don't have container, contributors, version, number, publisher, publication date, and location. So you should have this via Remind. If not, this is the Purdue Owl website. If you need to scan that. This is the Code of Medical Ethics website. If you need to scan that. And I've been told that BibMe does ask that you pay. I already have an account. You can save your citations. For example, I have 15 different bibliographies saved. If you don't want to pay for BibMe, EasyBib functions much the same way. You can look at websites, books, videos, films, journals, database, and then there's a plethora of options. Some of you chose to interview. This would show you the correct method to fill that out. If you interviewed in person, you would do this would be somebody else's interview. Put it on SoundCloud. I want to hear it. So in short, that is how we will work our bibliographies into our essays.